DJ, producer, singer and songwriter Rooted, whose real name is Brian Letsoalo, has recently dropped a new single called IMITHWALO. Rooted says this current project's lyrics is a cry to a spiritual mentor to assist someone with the burdens that come with being bestowed with a healing gift, while the beat pays homage to the drums of the spiritual realm. To tell us more about this long-awaited track, Rooted now joins us via Zoom. Rooted, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Hello, and how are you?
I'm very well, Brian. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Good to have you on the show. Let's start with this song, IMITHWALO. Tell us more about how it taps into one's spirituality.
IMITHWALO is, when you're burdened, then now you need to unburden everything that you now have to understand. So you need to have information. So now we are troubled by visions and dreams, where now we need to have someone that helps you. So there's certain gifted individuals that can actually communicate to other dimensions. So now I had to find out a story about an initiate that has to communicate nekobela. Ukuthi manje it's time to communicate nabadala. Ukuthi ngizwisise ukuthi labadala ngibabonayo in my visions and dreams. What are they saying? Who are they? Where they come from? So I can understand where I come from as well.
Okay.
So now IMITHWALO is having that a lot of things going in your life, the energy that you don't understand where it's coming from, the bad things that keep on happening when you have plans. As we know, God has his plans with our lives, but it's up to us also to know what his plan is.
Right.
So now it kind of comes into that being IMITHWALO yakho, finding out who you are.
Okay. I quite like the element that it taps into spirituality, yet it provides a nice feel-good beat and vibe. So who have you worked with on this project, Rooted, and did it come out how you had initially envisioned it to?
Yes, it took me time to actually bring something to the fans that I'm actually now a solo artist on, and IMITHWALO is my first debut delivery to the industry. So now I'm working on my EP as well to now venture out as a solo artist as well from my company. So there's a lot of music that's going to tap into my spiritual space as well, and also assist others to heal as well. So now the platform that I'm bringing back now, that I'm coming into now, I'm bringing a lot of new changed more informed music as well.
Okay.
Especially when we dance, we need to dance but not lose who we are.
True. And you've been working in the industry commercially for over a decade now. Just take us through, how the industry or how the journey has been like for you.
For me, it's been challenging and worthwhile because from, let's say, a young man coming from a hood with all the disadvantages that we have, but to have a chance to even go out of the country to do what you love, it's a blessing, and now to have had shared stages with Abo legends, your DJ Oskidos, your DJ Smooth, your DJ Kanyanis. I've seen and grown under their wing, and even though from afar, but looking at what they did, they paved all this way for us. So now we are only privileged to have this platform to can exercise our talents.
Tell us more about what tribal house music is and why you chose this particular genre of choice, especially for a song like IMITHWALO. Was it intentional that you used a tribal house with a beat that is associated with spirituality?
Yes, because now we have different types of rhythms in terms of our drums. And especially now when we say we tap back into who we are, where we come from, when we remember some of our grandfathers, our forefathers have migrated, but then we actually come from the deeper roots of what now we even understand what Ndomba is, what actually Ngoma is. Those were actually other parts of who we are that we didn't know. But then from a melody or an element, someone just playing a drum, you can actually hear there's a certain frequency that communicates in a different way. So now we can tap into different genres of using the same melody and beat. So now tribal became a platform to unpack the story very well, because now with our tribal beats, that's where we tap deep into a trance element of meeting with our ancestors as well.
And what would you say are some of the best career lessons and highlights that you've picked up along this 10-year journey in this industry?
The highlight is being able to have people accept and love what we do. You know, it's a blessing just to earn so many millions and just to be also just be talking to South Africa right now and the world, you know. And now it just being a blessing, we need to account to everything that we do and be thankful, you know, for all the chances that we get. Especially man, we are in troubled times where everything is like in chaotic moments. Yeah, so we need to understand what we're doing and be grateful for everything that we have.
Now, Brian, you say that you have worked on various remixes and you have produced for well-known artists. Tell us more about that.
Yes, I've worked with Bob Easy, worked with DJ Game, worked with Teddy from Malaika with DJ Choice. I've worked with DJ Steve, I've worked with DJ Bugs, African Roots. The list is endless. I've worked with Soul Candy on most of their compilations. That's where I grew up.
Okay.
So it was a very, very solid platform for me, and I'm very thankful and grateful for them to bring up a brand like ours now.
Okay. And how's the single currently doing, and what sort of feedback have you been getting from the public?
The reception is very, very, very awesome. You know, when you're facing certain challenges and you come back into the same space that you used to be in, and now you have to climb back, you know, now you still have that second support system that's going to help you achieve all these things. You know, those are your fans, the support system. You know, there's when you start making a song in your studio, you don't even know who's gonna be impacted by it. But now, when millions start responding to your song, it becomes,
It really is lovely chatting to you, and I absolutely love this track. And I'm a huge house junkie myself. So, Brian, great chatting to you this morning.
Thank you. Same here.
All right. Speaking to us about his newly dropped tribal house single called IMITHWALO, that was our second music guest, Rooted.